few videos doing the Falanaar Withered training world quest. I do it on my paladin. I do it really fast, really easy, and I've done it quite a few times. So I thought I'd make a video to help out some of my friends and maybe share with some of the rest of you guys, anybody willing to watch. So again, I've made quite a few videos of this. This is going to be one with hopefully clearer audio and some, one-to-one video feed. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so I'm here on Sin Eater, and what I like to do, the way I like to set up is I like to at least get Ward of the Fist, first Arcanist. When you would take fatal damage, you instead create an arcane barrier, restoring health and granting immunity for 5 seconds, but during that time you cannot attack, move, or cast spells. Enemies who touch the barrier suffer damage and are knocked away. Requires you to be in Suramar, which the Withered training counts as Suramar. And it lasts for an hour. So this is just a nice little buffer I like to get before I start this quest so that I run through it really fast, and I'm going to get to that here in a second, but I like to run through it really fast. Sometimes things go wrong. Sometimes I overpull. So this is a nice little buffer. It's worth the 50, dust that it costs. Okay, so, and then I like to use this spiced wildfowl omelet. So basically, and you can get this really cheap on the AH because people make it for skill ups since they started releasing those Falcosaurs, the world quest. And basically what it gives you is a little, every time you kill something, it gives you a buff that increases your movement and attack speed for a short time. And it's only usable in the Broken Isles. So it lasts, the buff from eating the food, because there's 2 buffs involved here. So the buff from eating the food, the stat buff, that only lasts for 2 minutes. But you can eat some of this crispy bacon that reads, used to eat some bacon, extend the benefit of any well-fed buff from the Broken Isles by 1 hour, up to a maximum of 6 hours. And you can see right here, I've got that well-fed from the, what is it, the wildfowl? Yeah, wildfowl omelet. I got it up to 2 hours right now, but what it is that it's an hour and 15 minutes, but it reads 2 hours because it won't tell you the minutes after an hour. So, yeah, I mean, you eat a piece of bacon, you get that, that food buff, the well-fed buff for 2 hours. Now, every time I kill something, it's going to give me another buff that lasts for, I believe, 2 minutes. That gives me, like, 15%, haste and 10% run speed, or those numbers, maybe vice versa, but yeah, it's incredible, and it lasts 2 minutes. So every time I kill something for the next hour and 15 minutes, I'm going to get a buff that lasts for 2 minutes that gives me run speed and haste. Okay, so, I mean, like I said, I've done this quite a few times, so you can see here I'm starting with, like, 2 Berserkers, a Star Caller, a Mana Rager or 2, and I got a pretty hefty team. I only used 10 to start right now because it's what I had. I had 650 of this ancient mana, and so I went with 10. But you're gonna pick up a lot along the way. The important thing is to not let them die. Now to that end, I'm gonna go ahead and switch because it's easier for. You can see on my keypad. Actually you can't see, but my keypad I use a Wolf King. And maybe I'll get you a screenshot of that here in a little bit. But I call it the Circle of Death. It's the keyboard was built for Counter-Strike, and so I've got all of these hotkeys under one hand. And anyway, okay, so here we go. We're just gonna let them follow me for right now. Go ahead and build up some holy power. Oh, I think I'm at like an 875 Ret Paladin. I probably should have mentioned that earlier. So, yeah, I built up lots of holy power. These guys are just falling. And so the idea is you just, I mean, they're not going to kill me. So the idea is just to not let them kill my guys while I build up a nice little army here of extra Withered Exiles that I'm going to find along the way. So I always try to run ahead of my guys, just so I can get some aggro on the next group before my guys get there. Now I'm gonna open this door, but I'm not gonna go into it because it's a pretty hefty room, and I don't want to lose any of my 10 or 11 withered, you know, just yet. While it's easier to come back after I've built a little bit of an army. So, but you want to open these doors while you can. While I have 10 withered and 2, you know, berserkers, let's go ahead and open these doors while we can. And, you know, if we end up running low, or if we just want the points just to get out, we can come back and, you know, we can hit those rooms. Because the doors will already be opened, even if we only have, you know, one withered left. Okay, so this is where, you know, I start going a little YOLO because, well, why not? Okay, after I kill this guy, I like to kill at least these 2 volatile wraths right here, just because they can be really annoying. They blow up a lot of your, wither. They do a lot of unnecessary damage and they're just easier to kill one-on-one. Now I'm gonna let these guys go berserk. Come on, guys, hit it up. I'm gonna be aggroing everything. Now you want to try not to get too far ahead of your withered. But, yeah, you know, you want to let them just keep running after you, let them catch up. Get aggro on everything. And I mean, I'm pretty well geared. It might take you a little while to get to this point, but this is the general idea. You know, you just want to pull everything, run really fast. It's a world quest, so, I mean, at some point, you know, you're just going to be wanting to, you know, just get through this really fast because you've got other world quests to do. Alright, I think that about cleans up down here. Let's bring these guys back. You always want to remember to make them follow you, because if not, they get a little buggy. Sometimes they start disappearing. But, you know, just have them assist you and follow you back up the stairs. You're going to notice that I don't have any chests here. It's because I've already done this world quest so many times. I've gotten literally everything there is to get here. So, I mean, I'll see some little chests along the way. They might give me some AP or ancient mana, or... yeah, they tend to give me a lot of scrolls of places that I don't know where they port to, so I don't use them, but... you know, just high DP, stun those guys and just high DPS them down, interrupt them when they do their AoE, and you're good. You know, you don't have to worry about them. They're not that big of a deal. Oh, you can see I got a little chest here. Nice. 5 ancient mana. Okay, so I'm almost done. I think that's the last of this room. So let's go ahead and let's get out of this room. Oh, hey, there's another Withered Exile over here. Nice. Oh, I missed it. This is the beginning. Yeah, I went the wrong way. Let's go back across the hall. Damn it. There we go. That's the way I want to go. I'm using the APOC webcam on my phone, so it's you might notice me reach over and turn off the ads. It's a free app, so I'm gonna do it with ads. But it's cool. That's how they get paid. I don't mind pressing the little button every now and again. Yeah, so I mean, you just want to do lock. These guys, they don't have much HP. Even if you're low, you know, item level, You just want to burst them down. AoE. Get aggro on all of them. Just burst them. Whatever your burst is. Mine, because of my weapon, I'm using a level 35 Ashbringer. And that's going to be why I'm just cutting through these guys like butter. But, yeah, you know, it lets me throw my freaking Divine Storm 20 yards, so that's nice. It's nice. It really is. Oh, and then I got another talent that lets me... You know what? Let's look at my weapon here. That's probably should have been something... You know, my gear, 875 Ret Paladin. I'm transmogged for blue and gold because I recently got this blue hilt on my Ashbringer, which means I've unlocked all the traits on my Ashbringer, and well, we got see. I mean, I'll just hover over these, and you can pause later if you want to come back and check exactly what they do. But it's all pretty much maxed out. I'm working on this this last one. I'll show you here in a second, and that one's really beautiful. Gives you 5%, you know, damage increase with every rank. So I think it's with every rank. The first rank was 5%. I mean, I can only imagine that at 100%. I mean, I can only imagine that it's going to end up stacking to 100%. Okay, and then here's the talents that I'm using. I mean, Final Verdict, always good. It's great single target damage. You know, Greater Judgment. Your Judgment is going to hit more than one. Like I said, you're going to be wanting to do a lot of AoE burst damage here, so, you know, Greater Judgment. Fist of Justice. You know, I like to stun. You know, my Judgment all of my damage dealing abilities that you spend Holy Power reduce the cooldown on my Hammer of Justice, which is my stun. Blade of Wrath, super OP. Your auto attacks have a chance to reset the cooldown of Blade of Justice. You know, when you've got, you know, pretty close to 30% haste, that thing procs like all the time. So you want to use your Blade of, you know, your Blade of Wrath, like your Blade of Justice every chance you get. You know, Seal of Light. I've just been playing around with this one because it's a nice little proc that'll proc off your Divine Purpose that I'll show you here in a second. But you know, it's something to do with your excess Holy Power that you know is going to fade away anyway. Hey, give yourself some run speed, and it's 20% run speed all the time. Why not? But I normally use Cavalier. Divine Intervention, I'll use it, you know, sometimes. It's pretty good. All of these are good. It's all personal preference. Use whatever you want. Divine Purpose, for me, this is the only way to go because I love to spam Divine Storm. Any of you other paladins that played a Ret Paladin back in, you know, Ice Crown, what was the name of that expansion? Wrath of the Lich King. Yeah, you know, that set bonus that lets you just throw Divine Storm, spam Divine Storms, that's back with Divine Purpose. You know, you get 30% haste, Divine Purpose, you are a freaking divine, you're not a Divine Storm, you are a Divine Tsunami, you're a Divine Hurricane, something of that magnitude. You're a divine force of nature. Okay, anyway, back to Falanaar. Alright, let's see here. It's continuing on. We're going to build up some Holy Power. And you know, you want to pull big. Like, go for it. Why not? These guys they're just... It's not that, this is just a world quest, you know, it's not that hard. It's a solo dungeon, but, you know, it's not that hard. The idea is that your berserkers are going to taunt. That's just what they do. So, I mean, you can taunt back from them if you want, like I just did right there, but, you know, you don't have to. You just... They're gonna die, you know. The idea is you just want to keep AoE aggro if you can, you know, keep the majority of the aggro. Alright, we're gonna see a little mini boss here pretty soon is gonna pop up on us. It'll probably be at the most inopportune moment. It always is. I think his name is Dro or Door or something like that, but you want to clear these guys in case he pops up on us here. You know, we're not going to accidentally run into these guys because he likes to dart around. Pick up some more Withered when you can. Open another door just because you can. And we're gonna want to just run around this room because... Oh, nope, there's Dro. Gonna stun his ass. Just try to DPS him down as hard as you can. Taunt him when he's gonna come out of the stun, or hopefully you've built up a lot of aggro. And you can just burst him down. Burst him down. Stun him during that little dash that he does because he's doing a lot of damage to all of your little Withered there. You know, and that's how you deal with him. You want to stun him, lock him up, you know. Don't let him do his little dash, because that's what's really going to hurt your exiles. That's what's going to, you know, kill him off. And no, you don't want that. And no matter how beefed you are, you know, he's going to be one of those guys that if you don't do him right, if you don't lock him up, he's just going to start knocking out your exiles. And even if you feel like you're keeping enough, you know, why lose some if you don't have to? Protect them. You know, these are your peoples. Trying to bring them back, give them some redemption. Anybody who's followed the Withered, you know, the Falanaar or Suramar storyline, you know, that's some pretty intense stuff. It's a really good story. Y'all should check it out if you haven't. Follow it. It's really good. It's like my favorite quest line in WoW and quite a few expansions. You know, and all these Felderai, they used to be, you know, they used to be elves too, and you know what, I won't spoil it for you, but it's really good. Yeah. And the thing is the more you know about the story, you know, the more enjoyable this, because I mean, any video game is a grind, so it makes the grind enjoyable. Which is really why we're doing it in the first place. Hey, oh hey, we found another exile. Now see this door here, this sealed door. You always want to come. This is why I work my way this way. I skipped all those other doors and I just opened them. I skipped the rooms because you get a little pack of Withered exiles here. And this is a good place if you've lost any after Dro, or what's his name? Yeah, Dro. Whenever you, if you lost any Withered during Dro, this is a nice place to get them back. If maybe you're only down to like, you know, less than 10. You know, hey, you just picked up, I just picked up 4 right here. Within, you know, 30 yards of each other. So you always want to dash ahead of your Withered a little bit, you know. You want to start dealing with these Felderai before your Withered get here. Divine Purpose, nice, gonna run fast. Because all these run speed things stack. I know you notice that I'm running extra fast, like... You just don't want to get too far ahead of your Withered. You know, let them catch up. Because you can get too far ahead and they get lost, and that ends it. You know, you can't train them if they're lost. See, these, I'm clearing all of this because these are easy points. You know, really, I could end it pretty much right here. I know a little bit after, you know, 400... is where, I forget the exact number, but a little bit after 400 is the max, you know, to get a big chest at the end of this. So, I mean, really, you could just get up to that, whatever that number is. It's a little bit over 400. You can get up to that number, and that's it. You can, you know, just end out. And you can go collect your big chest from, you know, Dalarissa here, still inside the Withered training, and then teleport out of there. And You're back in the game world. But I'm a champion, so I like to clear to the end. I may not clear everything up to there because it takes too much time. It's not worth it for me. But I like to feel like I completed it. And I can do that by killing the last main boss. You have to clear this spider room to open that door right there. Now I'm going to send my spiders berserk here because I know I can throw divine storms all over the place. And you can see my blade of justice is just proccing over and over and over again. Oh, lay of hands. But we just cleared this room, and I don't think we lost any Withered. You know, I didn't get a notice that any of them were running away, or I don't think any of them died. I killed everything pretty much as soon as it aggroed on us. Now see, I had that those 2 holy charges that were about to fade, so hey, popped. You know, Seal of Light. Now I'm running a little bit faster, so I don't know. That's why I'm messing around with it, because all 3 of those talents are really good, so it just comes down to situation and preference. My army of Withered following me around while I run through the dungeon. And you can see I started with 10. I'm up to 27 now, about to get to 28. And I haven't really cleared any of the rooms, so this has just been walking through the halls, clearing the little mini mobs and mini monsters. Okay, so this guy, it actually took me a little bit to figure out a good way to do him. And now what I do is I just taunt kite him back down this hallway. So I'm going to go ahead and taunt him. He's going to follow me. He's going to grab a Withered, go ahead and get on his ass. Kill the Withered. He's following me. Pop my shield just cuz. Go ahead and set these guys to go berserk now. Oh, really? I should have set him to go berserk while I was fighting him. He would have died quicker, but she's gonna start spamming that now. That happens to me. I don't know. Maybe it might happen to you too. It's just I don't know how to make it go away, but. Yeah, those guys are just gonna keep coming because there's a spider boss up there, and she just keeps spawning little spiders, so it's just endless. So I leave those guys just to, you know, they're handling it up over there. You can see them throwing damage and stuff. You know, these little spiders, you know, they don't do too much damage, so it's okay. Now we're gonna move. Let's go ahead and have them follow me, so I'll get up here quicker. And really what they're doing is that they're assisting me, so they're not attacking all these other guys, which lets me grab aggro on all of them. They're just going to attack the one that I'm attacking. And I'm going to go ahead and set them to go berserk now, while I collect these couple of extra Withered. I got dazed. That's embarrassing. Yeah, you're going to want to hit this button every now and again to follow me, just because it groups them all together. Makes them more manageable. See, I want them to get up here and get on this guy. And then have him go berserk again. You just watch this guy melt away. Oh, little chests. 2 little chests. Score. And more of those teleports that I don't know where they go. I mean, I could test them out, but I could always Google also, but I try to play as much of the game just, you know, learning as I go. That's the experience. You know, I could Google somebody. You know, I could Google every single thing of the game. Oh, that was the end. Yeah, you can see I get this big chest here with lots of stuff, you know. Got 4 Blood of Sargeras. Got a rep, more rep, even though I'm maxed out. Got a bottomless flask. Got a bunch of those, but still, though, that's nice. Oh, hey, I did not have this toy. Open the ominously glowing makeup box. Falanaar orb, a huge amount of artifact power, and leg plates that I'm gonna disenchant. So that was it. You know, that's how I do the Falanaar Withered training. Again, you know, like I said, I could have ended it a lot sooner. Let me see what this toy does. Open the ominously glowing makeup box. Well, that won't wash off. Luckily, it's magical and no longer very potent. I don't know exactly what it did, you know, other than that little burst. Yeah, hopefully at some point they make these account bound, because I'm keeping them in my bank just in case, but yeah, I'm maxed out, and doing this quest is one of the easiest ways to raise your Nightfall and rep. That's why I suggest that you do it. That's how I did it. That's how I got, you know, exalted with Nightfallen really fast, just doing this, because that's pretty much, you know, you get it one every 3 days and then an extra one on the reset, but you know, that's the only reliable way to really push your Nightfallen rep when you're blocked by you know, the level of your reputation with the Nightfallen. You know, you only get so many quests to do based on, you know, how far along you've pushed the story, but you, as long as you've unlocked this world quest, you can do it every time it's up and come and collect a bunch of Nightfallen reputation. So that's it. You know, that's the end of my Nightfallen Withered training world quest tutorial here in Suramar. I hope it helps. Let me know. Anyway, maybe I can improve the video. Maybe I'll make another one. So yeah, that's it. Good morning. Have a nice day.